Hey Virgo, how's it going? It is 4:31 p.m. Central Time. This is take two. Just to be more precise and minimize the time. So you're being asked from the Sacred Self-Care to keep up with your appointments, okay? But to also remember, you're your best physician, okay? You're your best caretaker, right? You give yourself nourishment, right? You tell yourself when to rest, right? When to exercise, what to eat, okay? You listen to your body, right? Virgos, we're listening to our body, right? Our body's speaking to us in certain ways. Sometimes people get headaches, right? They're overthinking, okay? Or sometimes people feel like clouded, right? Not focused. They're not being organized, okay? They're not attending to their tasks, their requirements at home, their task at work, right? Okay? Their engagement with their family members, be that husband, wife, or children, parents, brother, sister, right? Cousins, nieces, nephews. That's all going on right here to be attentive to. Okay? We have here Seven of Pentacles, nourishing into your garden, right? Into your connections, into your business. Okay, minding my bag, my zip. Okay, we have here Nine of Wands. Also, what's coming through is there's family members that want to be of support. Okay, so that's for family members, and also for those of you that are single, there's an individual that is compassionate towards you, Virgo. Okay, they respect you, they see you, they honor you. And I feel like that feeling will be mutual the more y'all will engage with each other. Okay, accept the love, the connections. We have here Two of Cups. Keep up the fight, Virgo, the good fight. Okay, honoring your morals and values, your integrity. Okay, follow your dreams wherever they take you. You may want to relocate yourself to a preferred community, those that honor and include you. It's not so much a race, it's the demands, humane demands, right? Okay, so a community is important, okay, to be that family community or just like your local community. You may want to consider a new community. I know there's some states that have it, they're not advanced as other states, meaning many people aren't as advanced as others in certain states. There's statistics that goes on and that prove that the engagement, the equality, right, the professionalism, right, the inclusion in schools, education, the on board, everyone's on board, right, pertaining to curriculum, and it's not always preferred, so that's why they have meets, right? Everyone's on board, brainstorming to ensure that everyone is being met. All demands are being met as best as possible. This is team efforts, okay? Also, we have here, so that's the Two of Cups. We have here the Ten of Cups that came through. The future is never familiar. However, step into it anyways came through. Okay, because so some could be feeling the uncertainty, or not just feeling, but they recognize, they notice the uncertainty, right? Keeping in mind, the future is never familiar. The future, like, you know, unless we already, well, that's deja vu, like we felt it, right? This feels familiar, but the accuracy of everything is never familiar. We hadn't been in the future yet. We're going into the future, right? 5 minutes ago, I wasn't here, you know? I'm in my future right now, okay? My future self is coming to play. My past self was 5 minutes ago, right? Okay, so we have here the Ten of Cups here. Hearing that song, Wishing for a Star. Find out where you are. How's it going? Wishing for I'm gonna post the name of the song, but I'm hearing that Star. It's like a freestyle and hip hop song, or that's where I was introduced to it. Is a freestyle and hip hop song. I'm hearing like that part. It's like I'm wishing for a star to find out where you are. Do you feel the rainbow, or do you see the rainbow? I could be wrong right there, but I haven't heard the song in a while. But that's what's coming through. So you could have been putting out wishes, hoping and praying, right? And I feel like so has another and others. There's community. There's multiple energies. I'm feeling like a specific energy and then multiple energies, okay? So that's going to come to play. Continue to do your part in your path, okay? Towards your path. Never for one moment think that you weren't good enough, okay? Never for one moment. All my life, I've been... Because individuals, they think as they do, they project on me, okay? All my life. No matter, in any kind of engagement, anybody that I'm impacted by, like in school, doctors, family, as far as they met themselves, that's how they see me. I've been labeled so many labels, so don't sweat it, okay? I used to argue back. I used to try to plead my case, right? Prove my point, why I think a certain way, I do a certain thing, you know, my characteristics. Like, I don't have to explain my way about. If you're interested in learning me, engage with me, you know what I'm saying? But individuals try to identify who I am, and they're always out of the box. Well, I tend to be out of the box, but you know what I'm saying? They're not correct, you know, even if they're judging the same thing another person is judging, it's total different answers, okay? Total different responses I get from people. But that could be something that you're prone to. You're used to that, okay? It's all right. 10 of Cups. I feel like there's a sense of healing, okay, surrounding you, okay? Also, invoke healing, happiness, joy, security, right? Invoke love, family, invoke honorable engagements, right? Interactions, okay? Greatness lies not in being strong, but in the right using of strength, right? Individual could be strong-willed, but if they're not utilizing that strength properly, for what? You know? It's like someone builds a boat and they take off on sail, but they didn't even know how to, you know, control a boat. They don't know that function. They knew how to build it. They knew what they wanted it to look like, right? But as far as driving it, it's like they're not as experienced. And that could be vice versa. Someone could know how to drive a boat, but don't know how to build one, don't know it in and out, you know? So it's like everyone's on a different scale. It's different side of the scale. So it's like everyone's having to work with themselves, really, to master themselves. Okay? Let's see. The quality of strength lined with tenderness is an unbeatable combination. So there's a lot of emphasis on strength, the quality of strength, where you apply your strength, where you invest your strength, what is strength to you. Now, love is the greatest strength of all, right? Don't be over-giving lover, right? Love accordingly, be there with family, friends, children, right? Well, that's family. But you know what I'm saying? In the work field, accordingly, right? Not everyone's deserving of your love. Not everyone will comprehend your morals and values, right? You could be loving and caring to others that aren't receptive to that love and care. So don't take that personally. That's why you're not to just share your love and your kindness and your respect to everyone. And what's coming through is like individuals create learned behavior. There's a wall for protection, their their integrity, right? Self-defense. What's coming through is New York. Individuals in New York learn to be rude. A lot of individuals will recognize, and they will even say they're rude, but it's not it's not intentionally towards another person. The same person could in New York walking could have been so rude to another person. 10 months later, they meet that person again in a different area, different situation, and they become friends. And then 2 years later, they realize they met each other, and that person was just the friend was rude to them, right? Before they actually met here, they were rude up to them over here. They could laugh about it then because they're like, it wasn't intentionally towards you. It was just like they're in their own bubble, you know? They're rude, or they were rude, or they came off rude because it was nothing really personal. They're in their own bubble doing whatever they needed to do. Okay, they didn't know them, and them, you know? But now they're friends and they can laugh about it. You know, it was unintended. So that could be a situation that's resurfacing something that's was unintended, or someone misjudged, wrongfully judged you, wrongfully wronged you. what's coming through accidentally wronged you, but purposefully. Okay, interesting. Okay, and then we have the Star, but there's a lot of healing, joy, happiness, excitement, wish fulfillment, arising. This is a revival, a turning of a situation for Virgos, many Virgos. Okay, keep up the good fight. Also, what's coming through was connect with crystals. So you are your best physician, right? You are your best caretaker, and so Spirit wants you to keep that in mind. How you're exercising, how that suits you, right? Or how you go and read a book, all right? Or you are drawing, coloring, painting, or some kind of craft of yours of your interest, right? That suits you, that benefits you. So continue those routines because that works in your favor, whatever it be. Because that was also coming through from like yesterday's reading of meditation. They don't stop meditating, or don't stop your same routine or your main routine. If that's meditation, continue to meditate. If that's exercising, continue to exercise. Whatever it is your main routine, do that. If that's going for walks, if that's jogging, running, biking, if that's talking to certain friends, family members, that benefits you. If it benefits you, it benefits you, right? So don't overshare, don't overgive, don't love, okay? You have to ensure that everything's reciprocated, that you provide for another, because you don't want to be overwhelming to anyone, just like you wouldn't want to be overwhelmed by anyone, right? Virgo. All right, so divine lovers, a deep connection, passionate connection is coming through. If you're single, if you're already involved, if you're married or already involved, the relationship is only going to get deeper, okay, more exciting, okay, loving only you. There's going to be what is that, expressions. That radio is coming through. I want to send out an expression for my, so like my lover, my husband, my wife, whatever. So it's like that coming through, like expressions and impressions are going to be made differently. Okay. Also, you could benefit your romantic partner in ways they require and didn't realize, and vice versa. Okay. So you're going to be learning from each other, and that's good. That's awesome. Be open to learn from another. Be open to share. If you're already like intimate, like official, like you established there's like a seriousness, right? So on and so forth. I feel like establishment is important, okay? To know where y'all at, where y'all going. All right? Team efforts and cherry on the top, okay? Yeah, the cherry on the top is team efforts for Virgos and collective, all right? All right, that's what I have. You take care. Peace, be, ciao.